This meeting was set actually before the meeting between the President and the Chief Justice. We had already been planning for this meeting because, as we have said, this is a matter that is to bring us together to consult and see how we can strengthen the fight against corruption from a legal perspective, a legal framework, and also from budgetary allocation and other issues that affect the mandate of Eacc. On matters to do with corruption, it's not something that we are going to start. Actually, we have been investigating all kinds of allegations of corruption within government, whether they were part of the debt that was taken by government over the years or in any other way. So we are not certainly reacting or responding to the issues that have come up now regarding the debt, but we will pursue any corrupt deals wherever they are found, whether they are related to the debt or not.
Retreat we have is not linked to the meeting His Excellency the President had with the Chief Justice, because that is a different mandate, a different realm, and dealing with the two arms of government. This meeting is between the Eacc and the second arm of government, which is the legislature. If need be, there will be a meeting between the judiciary and the committee on the matters that touch on what was discussed in State House, the debt, which we agree has gone up. Eacc must be investigating, and this is one question we have posed to them. Are they currently investigating how public funds may have been used from public debt? And if so, what are the results and what action is going to be taken? The only body that prosecutes is ODPP. And that is the answer to everything else. If you try to give powers to prosecute to any other body, then you risk breaching the Constitution, and that has its own consequences. So as we imagine of Eacc getting prosecutorial powers, we must also think about what the Constitution provides, so that we do not, through an act of Parliament, breach what our Supreme Law stipulates. However, we are looking into this. If it is to second prosecutors from ODPP to Eacc, that is possible, and we may think of it. But remember, the investigator should not be the prosecutor. That is actually a cardinal principle of legality, because we have cases that are pending in court. Some are moving slowly, others are about to be commenced. All this shows that the system is working. And the recoveries of money, especially by Eacc and land, all these corruption proceeds, which we must deal with. We know of the other mention you've made of the conflict, but that's totally different. We are looking at it from two different sets of laws.
I think I will need 2 days to give you pro and cons of prosecutorial power. And you've talked about lack of expertise from the DPP. We have never complained about that. It's not an issue. These are lawyers, well trained, and they have specialized in anti-corruption cases. The issue of prosecutorial power, that is a very, it's a very, let's say, it's not just something you see it on top like this. You may think that getting prosecutorial power is a solution to Eacc, but there are other consequences that come with prosecutorial power. There are political implications, and those are issues that need to be addressed. Some countries have, you can see some countries that the entities that investigate corruption and they have prosecutorial power, we have seen political abuse. One of the biggest problems with this country is impunity. We have very good laws, but we want shortcuts. A place is meant to be a residential area. A person come and put a disco club for 100 drunkards to cause havoc to 10,000 people sleeping under the guise that he's making business. How can you put a disco club in the middle of a residential area? If you look at what has happened in that incident and many other, the problem comes to enforcement. There are some of the things that we do in this country as Kenyans. You yourself, you cannot do it in another country. So we are not investigating that. The agencies that, the regulatory bodies that are mandated to look at all those processes are taking over. NEMA is there, police, DCI is there, and the Energy Regulatory Authority. But all this revolves around impunity. Ministry, Kenha puts a very good signboard, unakuja kuiba kwenda kutengeza jiko wa makaa. Signboard. Sasa, Kenha puts barriers because this place, there is a deep river, chuma inaibiwa inaenda kuyayushwa kwa jua kali inatengezwa mikuki. Sasa, now, how do you operate as a society? Then you end up blaming the government. The government is you and me. It should start with you. Yeah. Government comes, county government, they come and put manholes for sewage system. The second time kija manholes imeibiwa, imeenda kuyayushwa. There were residents there, they saw there was something wrong with that. That should have been reported. That should have been reported. Yeah? So it's a combination. You cannot blame the government, you cannot blame the society. It's a mixture, but we have to change how we do our business.